tell you what I believe. If I am a rabbi, Jehovah is my God. If a mullah, Allah the Merciful is he. If a Christian, Jesus is my Lord. Here in Tressock, I believe the old religion of the Celts fits our needs at this time.
Hello, welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno. From the original director of the iconic film The Wicker Man comes The Wicker Tree. Tell us more about your involvement in the film. Henry?
I was one of the actors.
You don't say.
Playing
God-fearing cowboy.
a God-fearing cowboy from Texas, who's come to Scotland to preach the gospel and spread the love of God.
And I am a pagan horse-riding sort of femme fatale who tries to mate with the God-fearing cowboy, yes, in order to give birth to the first child that's been in the Tressock area for 20 years. And she does succeed, but in the process, a hunt ensues, and they're not hunting foxes.
A typical man, so easily led. It doesn't take a lot, does it?
It doesn't really, no. A few songs and a naked swim in a loch, and that's he's sold.
It was the naked swim. And,
Sold it. What did you feel about being part of what was a very iconic film?
It was a hugely exciting. I mean, everyone loves The Wicker Man as a film, and the script had the same quality to it as The Wicker Man. I don't know if you felt that.
Well, sorry. Go on.
Extremely original and unpigeonholable as a film and as a script. It's just very unusual. It's unlike any other script I've ever read. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, it was. I was excited just reading the script. Got me excited. I was trying to visualize how it would pan out on screen because I haven't seen it yet. So I'm excited to see it because it was very original.
It has really medieval themes. You know, Christianity versus paganism, good versus evil. You know, nature versus nurture.
No, it's wonderful. I mean, the thing is that these are such historic themes, aren't they, really? So for you guys to sort of delve in and do your research about these things that, you know, we're so out of touch spiritually. What was it like being able to sort of investigate that, really?
This was for Henry.
Well, I think my character, he was quite easily led, and from probably his whole life through Christianity first, and then by women. And so it was fun to explore and to have a kind of innocence, but to be ready to go wherever the excitement was.
And the horse riding. Wow, you should see this guy on a horse.
Action as well. It's an action film too.
Yeah, a lot of horse riding. Yeah.
A lot of jockeying.
Absolutely. And he's really brilliant on this. We had to ride a very wild stallion called Galindo. And you did a stellar job.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy horse to ride, and I've been riding all my life.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Honeysuckle.
More ways than one.
Yeah, you're quite a hard ride too.
What's it like being part of such an iconic film?
Well, at first there was a bit of a pressure because obviously, you know, we'd seen the first one and it's a huge cult film and it was brilliant in its time. So, I mean, we had a lot of pressure trying to sort of live up to that, really. Now, I play the lady of the sort of village. So we sort of keep alive all that sort of weird and wonderful goings on and you know, make sure the villagers sort of live their lives through that. So I think mine and Henry's part, who plays Lachlan, they were, Graham, who plays Lachlan, we had quite a bit of pressure because we're not the ones who run around doing weird and wonderful things. We just push everybody else to do it. So I'm hoping it's just going to be as bizarrely weird and wonderful as the first one.
Is that a very strong female lead that you're playing there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, although Lachlan is the male character in it, I think Delia's the one who actually stands by his side, but you know what they say, behind every strong man there's a stronger woman, and I think she really is the one who pushes it forward and hopefully will continue the story.
Oh, it's... And what's it been like being directed by Robin?
It was absolutely brilliant. I mean, I've done quite a few things from TV, theatre and a few films, and I have to say this is one of the best jobs I've ever worked on, because Robin's a real gentleman. He knows exactly what he wants. But if you do have any queries with him, he listens and he said, well, have a go and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's go for it. And he was fantastic.
I wanted to make another film of the same genre. Not so much the story, because when they remade the film, they used the plot and threw everything else away. It's the everything else that I wanted to try and demonstrate made the first film fun, and I hope will make this film fun. And I mean fun. I mean, while it's very scary at the end, poor darling, what happens to her is unbelievable. Anyway, it is nevertheless a lot of fun, and that's what it's supposed to be. And so that's what I wanted to revisit, more than a similar kind of plot, because in a way, the role that she plays and Edward Woodward play are faintly similar. Not because she looks anything like Edward Woodward, but because this firm belief in her faith, his faith, is echoed in this film just the same. And, well, I won't tell you more.
What was it like being a female protagonist in this film?
Brilliant. It was fun. I mean, Robin was a great leader and director, so it wasn't much to do with me. It was just brilliant being Go Women, you know.
I will tell a story about her, which you may be interested in. We cast her because she's a wonderful young actress, but we didn't know whether she could sing. So we sent her up to Keith Eastdale, the composer, and he said, he called me the following day and said, she's got a completely untrained voice. I can do anything with it. And he did.
What was that experience like for you?
Great, because I had no idea I could sing the way he made me sing, so it was heaven to sort of explore all the range and everything that we got to do.
And Robin, can I just ask as well, technically, was there anything that you were able to bring to this film that you weren't able to do in your first incarnation?
Well, I think that the camera work in this film, where we use a red camera with all the up-to-date digital possibilities, gave us possibilities that we didn't really have in the first film. But frankly, I think I could have done a few of them even without the digital camera. Although it was very impressive when we came into the cutting rooms.
You're the composer
Yes.
of the film. Tell us a bit more about your involvement and what it all entails, please.
I think the involvement probably was Robin had an opportunity, I think, to do. I think there's 10 songs in this film, and it's not a musical, which was a bit of a headache, it has to be said. But I think the great thing with Robin is he gives a musician a chance to do something a bit different, and that doesn't normally happen now. Now you're told you will write this, and this, and you write to a formula, basically. But Robin, being Robin, doesn't do anything to a formula, and I had a great chance to work with Britannia, who I don't know if you spoke with earlier, who was an absolute gem, a fantastic singer. Had a chance to work with some great musicians using genuine music, genuine acoustic instruments and pedal harmoniums and proper small chamber orchestras and mandolins and various things, bagpipes and things like that. So it's been an adventure. It really has.
I would have thought as well, a film of this genre, and it's so haunting, and an atmospheric film. Does that just give you a chance to really sort of delve in deeper and play with sounds?
Yes, it does, but I think the sounds that are horrific, I think you can go for an obvious thing and say, right, that's a dark moment, let's do a big minor chord across the bottom, but what we've managed to do is make it, I hope what we've managed to achieve is, what is disturbing about it is the fact that of this, in some cases, a beautiful melody, going across a dark scene. And I think hopefully what we've managed to do is turn it around, or hopefully what Robin has managed to do is turn it around. I can only claim to be the writer. But I think because with the story being that we have two Americans and she is a singer or this pop star, then we have the opportunity of having everything from a pop song to a traditional, very religious song to a canticle, a High Church of England canticle in a church with one singer. This just doesn't happen very often, and all applause really must go to Britannia on that, who carried that off beautifully.
And what part of the process do you become involved? Do you see the script and then get an idea of obviously the story, so you can plant a seed in your head?
In this instance, it did work slightly differently. In this case, I actually met Robin, who wrote something on a bit of paper and said, "There you are, Keith," and then went away and wrote a script. So it's been a very strange involvement as far as Robin goes. Normally, what you would be given a treatment or a script, and then you would be involved at a later stage. The fortunate thing on this film is I've had the opportunity to be involved literally from day one with Robin, which I don't know if I'm regretting that or not. Don't quote me on that. I think hopefully what it will do is it will make directors somewhere, please directors wherever you are out there, give musicians a chance. Let people write things. It might not be what people are particularly after, or they feel that the public are not after, but I feel that a lot of people play things awful safe, and it's becoming more and more like that people play things safe. Can we not just do what we do?
Be artists.
And be artists. And if we can be artists, and it is things like Fright Fest, it is various festivals that are slowly starting to happen that will change that. And if we don't have things like this, it won't change. Because what we will have is a school of composers who go through a school of thought that is what you write and you don't do anything else. And when I was first involved with Robin, I had never done anything with film before. I'm a composer, I'm a musician, but I had never been involved with films before. And Robin was willing to say, "There you are, let's try that." So we can come at things from a different angle, and I think that's important. I think that's very important.
Oh, glorious Son, accept our sacrifice, that we may be fruitful once again.